Hello everyone, this is Caleb Simpson from ZeldaDungeon.net, and you're watching our video walkthrough for The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks to Nintendo DS. This is the 6th chapter of the walkthrough, which covers the Ocean Realm / Ocean Land, and ends with the Ocean Temple / Marine Temple. With our most recent venture to the Tower of Spirits, we unlocked a new chunk of tracks to the far southeast corner of the Forest Realm. Set a course there, and a little after passing through this unactivated gate on the new set of tracks that we unlocked, you'll encounter a new enemy called a Bulblin. They ride on top of Bulbo, which we've encountered before, and they will occasionally shoot bomb arrows at you. These attacks work similar to the Sir Frosty's snowballs from the Snow Realm, those head-throwing projectiles. You want to hit them with your cannon, and you will not take any damage yourself. As you're rounding the corner here, there is a rabbit we can snag real quick. If you look to the far south, you'll see the ears just peeking up over the grass, and if you tap there, you'll actually hit the rock that it's hiding behind. You can't actually see it from this angle, but there are eventually going to be tracks down there that we will have fairly soon, but it's easier to get it right now, since we're passing through anyway. Up ahead, you'll find a ton of wood scattered all over the bridge, so we actually can't go across that. It's impassable. You want to stop at the station here, and perhaps we can learn something, Alright, off to the Snow Realm. The fastest way to our destination is through the Tower of Spirits. Go through there and you can speak with Angine and have her plop you out in the Snow Realm side. And the station that we're after is actually not currently shown on our map, but it became accessible once we completed the Snow Temple. So you could have come here earlier, but there wasn't much we could do at the time. In the far corner here, there are 4 rocks that look awfully suspicious. While standing next to them, you can play the Song of Discovery to make a chest appear in the center that contains rupees. Now, if you don't have that song, don't worry, we will be getting it here in just a few minutes. Once you're done exploring here, you want to enter the building and speak with the bridge worker. If this is your first time coming here, you'll have to talk with him repeatedly to get him to board the train, because the first time you talk to him is just kind of introduction. On the way back, you can talk with Ferris, who has some instructions on taking passengers on the train. So some of the stuff they don't really explain, but that's why Ferris is here. Kind of nice that it's optional. You can talk with him, or you can just kind of skip him. But anyway, it's pretty straightforward, but it is easy to forget when you're fighting enemies or zoning out blasting rocks with your cannon, but good to know. Quick note about these signs, they each telling you to do something before you actually reach the sign. This yellow question mark sign is telling you to blow your whistle, and you want to do it as you're approaching it, not as you're passing it. It's really easy, you just have to pay attention. So these signs here tell you to slow down. Just make sure you're going that speed by the time you reach the middle or your passenger will get angry. Luckily, it changes back to a faster speed after just a moment, but at the same time, that's kind of pointless. Like, why is it here at all? Straight stretch in the middle of nowhere? Better slow down, bucko. Going fast around corners? By all means. Charge right through there, my friend. More power to ya. So lastly, Ferris mentioned this briefly, but you want to actually slow down before you stop at stations. If you pull it into reverse and stop abruptly, you'll actually make your passengers very angry. I have a tendency to forget, which is sad, since I usually manage to keep them happy for the rest of the trip. I'm feeling good about myself and keeping them all smiley face going the whole time, and suddenly I ruin it right at the end. I'm like, oh man. I mean, technically, we probably owe the bridge worker some money too, but I can't help but feel like we're just still the ones who end up having to do the dirty work, you know what I mean? Oh well, it's a silly exchange and a little quest for us to embark upon. Head left and you'll find a gossip stone here. You want to play the Song of Awakening to wake it up, and it'll teach you the Song of Discovery if you didn't acquire that in a Nuki village earlier. Once you have that song, you want to enter the cave on the left. So if you get your shield eaten up ahead, Linebeck has some for sale. That's cool, although discouraging. Apparently he has this happen on a regular basis. Let's try to avoid that potential setback, These likes will try to suck you up if you get too close, and it appears that since Phantom Hourglass, their suction powers have only grown. Too bad you can't flip them over, they'll just suck themselves to the ground. Anyway, you can run past them, going diagonally so that you're facing away from them. And you can toss bombs at them to kill them, or you can stun them with a boomerang and slash them. Just be ready to stun them again or run away if you think the stun is about to end. If you're too close when they wake up, you'll probably lose your shield. Up ahead we have some cracked blocks on the little islands to the left. Toss a bomb there if you have them, then head to the right, and don't get too close to the jars here, since the one on the far right is alive and it's looking a little suspicious. Apparently likes can squeeze into very small spaces. They make great stocking stuffers, by the way. What did you get me? So it's not much of a problem if you know to watch out for it. Just be careful, because from here on out you will find these surprise traps throughout our journey. Go back to the left and access the stamp station if you like. If you've been following along with me, this should be your 10th one total, which unlocks the first prize from Nico. I'll be getting that later in this video. And I was so proud of myself for getting through this little cave here area. Just perfect gameplay. Didn't get hit, didn't lose my shield, found some treasure, didn't fall in the water on accident. You know, I'm just feeling pretty good right about now. So there's a crow in this tree right here, and it'll probably attack you as you're running past, so I usually take care of it first thing just to get it out of the way so that I don't have to worry about it. If you check out the stone tablet here, you'll discover this is the grave we're looking for. To figure out what to do next, you need to follow the clues in the letter that Linebeck III gave us earlier.
My dear boy, even though I'm no longer with you, I'm sure you're faring well. You are my offspring, after all. But just in case you run into some hard times, I've buried a regal ring in a safe spot for you to claim. It wouldn't be any fun if I were to tell you exactly where, though, would it? Use these clues to find it. First, to enter the hiding spot, sound the light and follow its beam. Secondly, inside go 4 steps north and 6 steps west from where the lights cross. And that is where you'll discover the treasure. Best of luck to you. Linebeck Sr., otherwise known as the best there ever was.
Alright, that'll make sense here in just a moment. Obviously, next you want to check out the singing rocket. Not every day you get to say that. Tap on it and check out the colored orbs coming out of it, then copy the melody to your spirit flute to learn a new song. So now we can make diamond-shaped stones shoot beams of light. Yeah, party time! So the letter's first clue was to
sound the light and follow its beam.
So use the boomerang to do just that and find a crystal switch. It's kind of hidden behind your item button since it's in the top right corner of the screen. Once you hit that, it'll form a bridge nearby. I'm going to grab one of the bomb flowers here and use it to blow up the cracked wall in the north. If you're bored, you could attack the beehives, but it doesn't actually accomplish anything. You'll probably just get hurt. It would be cool if they, left behind beehive larva treasure, because you can do that in Skyward Sword. It would be sweet if you could do that in this game, too, but you can't. Oh. So for those of you who haven't played Phantom Hourglass, the previous game to this one of your partners in that game was this arrogant guy, Captain Linebeck. He was obsessed with treasure hunting, and all his decisions were pretty self-centered, and he was super funny and had a lot of really comical situations, and he was kind of the highlight of that game, really. Anyway, the treasure we're searching for was actually left behind by him. That snobby guy we met earlier is his descendant, and I think I had a pretty similar experience to a lot of players out there that when I saw Linebeck III in this game, I just smiled and thought, yes, it's awesome! They did kind of portray him as a little more of a jerk in this game than the other one, but still, good memories. In the far north side of the room, there's a chest that is a covert like patiently awaiting you. Do not fall for its nasty tricks. After slaying the pancake monster, go play the Song of Lights for the 2 crystal stones. Alright, so this is where the letter becomes important again. The second clue was to
Go 4 steps north and 6 steps west from where the lights cross. And that is where you'll discover the treasure.
Did you catch that? That's where you'll discover the treasure. And I presume that was a very intentional hint, though a bit subtle. Now, if you still don't have the Song of Discovery, you need to go back through the cave, and just outside the trading post there is a statue that you can wake up with the Song of Awakening that will teach you the Song of Discovery. I showed that earlier in this same video, but yeah, in case you weren't paying attention or you skipped ahead or whatnot, that's one way you can get that song. Yes! So with the regal ring in hand, you want to work your way all the way back and present it to Linebeck III. So, just a quick thought for you guys. I find it very strange that the bridge worker took the ring, because, even though it is worth a lot, who is he going to sell it to? Like, what is he going to do with it? Linebeck can sell treasure to people across the world and stuff, and that's why he needed the spirit tracks restored, but Linebeck is the only person in the entire game who buys treasure. Everybody else just sells it. So what I'm getting at is, that dude has to come back to Linebeck, who can just buy it back for less than what he just claimed it was worth. So, I don't know, I still figure that Linebeck is coming out ahead. As long as we're talking about selling treasure, you should do that yourself, now that we finally have that capability. Treasure is used to buy train parts, which gives you more hearts for your train. Now my suggestion is to pick a set that to work towards, and just sell any other treasure that you don't need for that. If you go to our website and look at the Train Parts Guide, we have a listing of all of the parts and their requirements. At this point in the walkthrough, I am looking to potentially buy the Dragon set and eventually the Golden set, which is the most expensive one. Because there's only specific amounts of treasure that I need for those, I can sell whatever I'm not going to use. With all this extra cash, I can now purchase some things that we've been waiting for. That's all we had to do here. Our next destination is the Ocean Realm. However, there are 2 cool things we can grab real quick. If you'd like to follow along with me, stay tuned for the remainder of this video. Otherwise, join me for the next video, where I will move on to the Ocean Realm. So now that we have money, you can buy that heart container up in the Snow Realm for the hefty price of 2,000 rupees. The fastest way to get there is to take the Warp Gate in the Forest Realm to get to the Snow Realm, and then from there head to the Snow Sanctuary and enter the Anuki shop and hand over the goods to extend your life. Also, quick comment, if you lost your shield to a like, you could purchase another one right here, but don't bother if you have 10 stamps or more, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. Nice. So it is spendy, but it's definitely worth it. Return to your train, and there is one more thing we can do real quick. I'm going to go back through the gate, and then go back to the Forest Realm, and swing over to Aboda Village / Outset Village, where we can speak with Nico. If you've been following along thus far, that stamp we collected in the trading post should be your 10th one total, which means the first stamp prize is now available. So Nico will trade shields with you, giving you a more awesome one. You don't actually have to have a shield in order to get this shield from Nico, so if you got your shield eaten, you can just come straight here and you'll get a free shield this way. So, it's very awesome. This is the Shield of Antiquity. It is the same as the shield from the Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, presumably the very same one that Link used in those games. It works the exact same way, except the one thing that's different is that it cannot be eaten by like-likes. Kind of ironic, since you find it just after you face a bunch of like-likes. It is worth noting, though, that you can snag 2 hidden treasure chests here in the village. I'm going to play the Song of Discovery for the tree near Nico's house, and also the tree near the house on the far right to make chests appear. They both contain random treasure. Don't worry, though, later in the walkthrough I will scour all these areas and get a whole bunch of hidden treasure all at once, so you can get that now or you can get it later. I will get all of them at once at a later date. So that concludes this video. For the rest of it is just me making my way to the Ocean Realm in the far southeast corner of the map, where I will see you in the next video.